for all we know, they might have one by now. And meanwhile, in Ukraine, they've struck deep within Russian territory several times, as deep as 300 miles from the border. And in that case, we don't have to guess. We know that Russia has the largest nuclear arsenal on the planet, as many as 6,000 warheads. And so one of the risks of arming militaries that are striking in the territories of nuclear powers is that one of those gets deployed, and then it could escalate very quickly from there. So it's rarely discussed, but it's important to address that the nuclear risk is real, and it could very abruptly mean the end of, what humans have worked for thousands of years to collectively achieve. And us today are very lucky to live with the fruits of that achievement, and I feel like we're treating the risks kind of brazenly. So my question for you is, we often hear in response to these concerns that, well, Putin, Khomeini, they're war criminals, they're terrorists, as if they're too inherently evil or immoral for us to negotiate with. But meanwhile, this administration has financed a genocide in Gaza for the last year, and every day you're up there denying accountability for it. So, what gives you the right to lecture other countries on their moral?
So, if you have a policy question for me, I'm happy to take it. If you want to give a speech, there are plenty of places in Washington where you can give a speech.
Yeah, but people are sick of the bullshit in here. It is a genocide. You are abetting it, and you are risking nuclear war in Ukraine for this proxy war.
Plenty of other places to give a speech. Go ahead.
Thank you, man. Yo, man, this Tone from Tampa, man.
Tone from Tampa. What's up, brother? How was everything out there?
It's a little light rain right now, heavy wind, but I'm going to just keep it a buck, man. This ain't where it's at, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say, y'all right in the middle of it. The eye's hitting Tampa from what the map shows right now.
Man, bro, my heart, bro. I'm scared, man. And then we still recovering from Helene, and it's like, bro, I want to get this off my chest, bro. This government is playing in our faces, man. It don't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They playing in our faces, bro. You get Ukrainians come over here, they get what they want. You get immigrants come over here, they get what they want. And you got people being denied these FEMA applications that you talking about the other day, Charlamagne. Mm-hmm. People being denied, bro. But you getting these migrants coming over here, $10,000 food stamps, bro. Fucking goddamn $5,000 cash stipends, man. Mm. This shit hurting, bro. We finna get ready to damn near die, bro. A lot of people couldn't afford to evacuate. And this government playing in our fucking face, man.
Damn.
I feel for you,
I totally understand, my brother.
Absolutely.
It don't matter what they is, Democrat, Republican, they all treason, man. They all about money, bro. None of these people care about American people, bro. This shit hurt, bro.
This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Kahala Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rukabadash, which are the true Hebrew names of the Most High Father and the Messiah. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who the house of David be born again in this generation. In Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about us and the devil. And when I say us, I'm talking about us Israelites, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline. On the opposite side, the devil, when you read the Bible, the devil that the Bible speaks of is a mystery written throughout the Bible, and it's your job to discover who that devil is. The general public knows this concept as identifying the Antichrist, but they don't actually have the true understanding in general. You see, what's going to happen in the end time is that these wicked people, the people who are referred to as the devils of the Bible, will be revealed in the end times for being the troublemakers on the earth, for being the wicked, the people who are against God, the people who are against the Israelites. And there is not going to just be one Antichrist. That's what Hollywood wants you to believe. That's what the devil wants you to believe. Right? What's that famous idiom? The most powerful trick that the devil ever played is convincing people that he didn't exist. Well, that's exactly what these devils on the earth today have done. Now, in the first video I showed, it was an AI generated video by the Door Brothers. They make really awesome AI videos, right? They've been making politically based AI videos which go viral, and they just released that one, which I thought was hilarious, right? Because it goes into a lot of narratives that are true, right? And it's pointing fun at it. But the whole idea that those narratives from the Obamas, the Biden, Hillary with eating pizza, Biden and Kim Jong-il all in on the same party, right? To all the different things from Elon Musk with the Dogecoin and the Neuralink brain scans and all that stuff. That right there is a testament to that the Lord is revealing Esau. He is bringing out his dirty laundry in front of the world. So much so that it's being made fun of. It is being lampooned, as what the term would go as. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So that's what's happening right now. The Lord is revealing the devil. Okay, and who is the devil? Well, none other than the so-called Caucasians and Israelis, who together form the nation of Edomites. Okay, the nation of Edom, or the people who descend from this man here, Esau. So when the Lord says that he has made Esau bare, that means that he has revealed the covering cast that was over these Edomites to cover them from their wickedness. Okay, they're no longer able to claim that they're the chosen people, right? Because now they're being called out for being converts in, what is it, 720 AD, around there, basically circa 700 AD, right? When they converted to a religion that they created themselves based on the heritage of the, at that time, lost Hebrew Israelites, okay? And they called this religion that they created Judaism. And they're still practicing that religion today, right? But again, what's happening is a lot of people are starting to realize what's going on, and they're starting to call Esau out for this. And again, when I say Esau, I'm referring to the so-called Caucasian and Israeli races. Because again, remember, that is their true biblical names, right? They are the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, the nation of Edom. And as we also seen in the video, we seen that reporter from the drop site, right? He basically called out these devils for all their lies and everything, right? Because we all know what's going on, right? We know that the government has been, co-opted by the Amalekites. Amalekites being the specific name of the top tribe of Edom, that being the so-called Israelis, right? We know that they've co-opted the U.S. government. We know that they run America. They've been running America for a long time. But why is that? Well, because this is prophesied, right? That ultimately that America and these Edomites in general would be used as the whipping stick upon the other nations. Again, remember, there's 18 nations on the face of the earth today. So the 197 nations that the UN recognizes all go back to the 18 nations that are described in Genesis 10. Now, that being said, the other nations, they know that these Edomites are the problem. This is why when you go to the Middle East, right, basically the Levant area, everybody calls America the Great Satan. Okay, the Arabs referring to Satan as Dajjal, they know that that's America. Okay, now why is that? Well, because again, these Edomites are the devils that the Bible speaks of. This is Isaiah 31:1. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, and neither seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So in that last video, the third video, where you had that Jake calling in to the Breakfast Club, and you had that fucking simpleton Charlemagne there, you know, just saying, damn, right? Instead of telling him, like, what the hell he has to do, right? Charlemagne knows what's up. Charlemagne knows about the Hebrew Israelites, but what has he done? He's taken Esau's pot of gold so that way he could continue to do his job, right? Basically push Edomites' liberal agenda. This is why he's all for Kamala Harris and liberal agenda, because that devil's sold out. And what can he say? Damn, right? When the other Jake is pouring out his heart. But hey, that's the judgment of the Lord, right? The Lord, even though it's these Edomites that are making these hurricanes come in, right? It was just shown proof that the U.S. government were using their hurricane planes, did fly through the spaces, the locations where these hurricanes started. So it's all getting out there, man. So the point being is that the Lord, even though he's using these Edomites, it is still a judgment coming from the Lord. The Lord allowed these Edomites to get the technology that they're using right now to control the weather. Okay? And what is the Lord doing with that? Well, he is punishing you Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline. Right? And why is that? Well, because you have not seeked after the Lord. You've been too busy with the entertainment, the bread and circuses of America, Babylon the Great. You've been too busy trying to disprove this truth that the Lord is pushing out, right? Thinking you're coming up against men, but really you're fighting against God, right? You been spending too much time looking into false doctrines. Muslims. Right now, there's a plethora of celebrities jumping into Islam, thinking that that's going to save them. See, the thing is the Lord is not looking for false worshipers. The Lord is looking for worshipers that are going to worship Him in truth. It tells you, man, that the Lord wants real worship, and He doesn't want false worship. Okay, so that whole Hollywood bullshit that you could repent on your deathbed, and you could be as wicked as you like up until the very end, and then you can repent, and then God's going to take you. No, that does not work that way. Like the elder Manat Zakba said last night on his live show, the Lord chooses you. You do not choose the Lord. Okay? Now, if you're adamant about it and you really want the Lord to work with you, yes, you pray truthfully to the Lord that He reveals the truth onto you. And if the Lord is with you, then He's going to show you where His truth lies. And you're going to see that it lies right here with this Hebrew Israelite movement of ours, right? Because why? Because this is the truth of the Bible. And the Lord is putting it out through the apostles of Great Millstone all the way down, right? And these other Hebrew Israelite camps are getting exposed for messing with this truth, for trying to make a business out of this, man. And that's why the Lord is breaking them up. But again, I don't want to digress. This is Nahum 3:6. I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee a vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. That first video, that's proof that this prophecy has been played out. Okay? These Edomites are now a gazing stock. People are enamored with the whole so-called conspiracy theory of the elites, right? The whole lizard people and all those little tiny things that were hinted in that video, right? It's a crazy video. I recommend you go back and you rewatch it. There's a lot of truths hidden in that, right? But the point being is that the Lord is showing the world what these Edomites are all about. Be it that they're being found out for their abominable sexual acts, to their corrupted economic system, to their bloodlust and warmongering and active genocide committing, spirits. The Lord is making these Edomites spill their guts, okay? This is Job 20:27. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's what we're seeing right now, right? When Job was going on with his statements here, right? He was going through his visions. He's seen the rise and the downfall of the wicked, these Edomites. But back then in Job's time, he simply referred to them as the wicked, okay? Because what happened when Job seen his vision, remember, the Edomites were still, in the area, right? They were there during his time, but they were off over in the land of Petra, right? Just living themselves and, mingling amongst the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, and also the Hamites, right? And they were just one of the people. Yeah, they more likely were wicked as fuck back then too, just like they are today, but they hadn't grown as a people to dominate the entire world. So Job, seeing this vision of the future of the end days, seeing that the wicked would eventually rule the world. And right here, it shows you what's going to eventually happen to these Edomites that Job's seen. This is Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, right? And how is it happening? By satellites, right? All the information that goes back and forth around the world. It is showing the world the truth of these devils. And this is why they can't operate like they used to. This is why their planned events get revealed within the same day usually. Because the information, the heavens are revealing these devils' plots. Okay? Because you have somebody somewhere that remembered something or has a link to something that will break Esau's lives. And that's what we're seeing all over. Right? Alex Jones just came out showing proof that these devils have modified the weather. Right? There's 9-year-old videos on CBS talking about the wonders of the military being able to modify weaponry. Weather. Okay? And use it as a weapon. You had LBJ, when he was a vice president, giving a speech at a graduation at a college, talking about, they that control the weather control the world, right? And then later on you had JFK even coming out, talking about weather manipulation and controlling it would ultimately be the big game changer. Well, that technology didn't go away, Akim. We all know that these devils are using it now. And why is that? Well, because they gotta make spaces for the new world order in their 15-minute cities. Mark my words, what is gonna result from Tampa is gonna be the implementation of the new world order policies and the 15-minute city setup. Okay, which, if that's not fucking bad enough, it's apparently the 40 square miles that in Tampa that the city is going to be built on is owned by Bill Gates through an investment firm, showing you that these devils have this all planned out. So again, this is why the Bible says, right, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, because the devil is come down onto you. These devils, these Edomites, right, these people that are going to be revealed to be the Antichrist of the Bible, they are attacking the world in all angles. Okay, I just heard that half of Wyoming's on fire, right? It's fucked up because you're seeing all these big mountain sheep running around the fire, not being able to escape because of the barbed wire that's there. This is a horrible situation, and these devils are purposely destroying the earth. But what does the Bible tell us, right? The Lord is going to destroy them that destroy the earth. Well, like it says in Job, eventually the earth is going to rise up against these devils because it's going to be too much. And you already kind of see the very beginning parts of that when you're seeing all the sedition, being mentioned online. And ultimately, apparently there's a story coming out of Carolina where there was a FEMA person trying to stop some of the aids and going to the people, and they basically jumped them, right? And that FEMA agent is now in the hospital, apparently. I haven't really looked into it. I just, heard it's, talked about. But that being said, that shows you that the earth is starting to rise up against these devils, okay? And when that happens, this is ultimately what's going to be happening here, what Isaiah prophesied regarding the wicked, regarding the devils, regarding these Edomites in the end time. This is Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that goes down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. So that right there is the story of the Edomite. That is their end. Okay? They eventually will be taken down and the world is going to rise up against them. And when that happens, then you're going to see these mass riots. Esau's going to try to counter by initiating martial law around the earth, right? You see that these Amalekites are going full force, man. They don't care if they're noticed, right? They are, what does it say? Their pride has deceived them, right? Paraphrasing, right? Their wickedness has deceived them, right? These Amalekites, the so-called Jewish people, think that they could go full on and take over the world through hook or through crook, right? So, but what's going to happen is that it ain't going to work, right? It tells us in Job, says, when he's about to fill his belly, then shall I strike him through. But the Lord's going to have the inhabitants of the earth, right? These other people who are lost in the sauce, dependent on the system, like that Jake that called into the Breakfast Club. That man was devastated, right? And as the economist Gerald Celente say, man, when people lose everything, they lose it. And that's ultimately going to be the story of what's going to cause all these people to rise up against these devils, right? Because they're going to realize that they've lost everything, be it their house, their job, their children, family members, and they're going to lose it. They're going to have no other reason to live, and then they're going to go against their perceived enemies that caused it. And as we can see right now, it is being made very clear through the media, right? Or should I say the alternate media for right now, especially if you go on X, you can see clearly that the finger is being pointed to Edom, right? Specifically Amalek. But either way, like it tells you here, right? The earth is going to rise up against them, and they're going to realize that it was these Edomites that did all of this, and they're going to realize how easy it is to take them out. Just like the Lebanese, when they took out the Israelis that tried to invade them, man. Those Israelis realized that they could get touched, right? And that they weren't invisible, that the Lord wasn't with them, okay? And why is that? Well, because the Lord took the power, right, the rod and the staff away from these Edomite devils. This is why they're losing their role, and they're losing their spiritual power, where they could hide themselves. They could, push up the Hollyhokes card, and they would be fine. But that's just not working anymore, man. It's making people laugh and see that they're reverting to ad hominem attacks. But either way, Akim, I just wanted to share these videos. I thought they were interesting. And again, it's us and the devil until the Lord returns. So again, we got to be careful. We got to stay circumspect. And just watch out, man. Don't believe what these devils tell us, okay? So hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, I want to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakok Radash. Shalom.